they're going to see an art fair. They're going to see art.
It's a show. It's a performance.
It felt almost like I was being transported to a different place.
In one word, overwhelming.
This is not a dress rehearsal. This is the play. This is it.
Frieze is happening in New York City for the first time ever.
Frieze Projects is a special section of the Frieze Art Fair. I've invited 8 artists to come to the island and to respond to different elements. Randall's Island is really an extraordinary and unique location.
You just look out across the river and you see that world. That's New York City.
So as soon as you get off the ferry, you will be walking on the pier, and the first project you will see is by Ulla von Brandenburg. It's a freestanding tent, very, very colorful with stripes, and you will be able to walk inside and see a shadow play. And the artist is actually singing the soundtrack of the piece. Here, next to this group of trees, Virginia Overton will be installing her flexible mirrors.
I'm putting these mirrors in this natural setting and letting them sort of reflect things that are around them, and that will kind of allow things to be seen that aren't usually seen.
Moving south, you will encounter the first performance piece by Uri Aran. He appropriated an abandoned ticket shack. Actors and musicians will be playing the roles of doctors and patients. And that's very much a reference to the history of Randall's Island. Towards the north entrance of the fair, you will encounter right here an artwork by Joel Kayak.
It's a sculpture, it's an installation, it's a performance space. The game is free to play. And if you win a piece of work. Everybody who walks up is on the same playing field, whether you're the richest collector in the world or, you know, just some kid who happens to stumble to the art fair.
Another project that is really related to the nature of Randall's Island is by an artist named Latifa Ekshaksh. She will be installing hundreds of tumbleweeds. She had the idea of bringing an object that really belongs to a desert onto a very, very green and lush island. This is the canopy of trees under which Tim Rollins and KOS will be running their very first outdoor public workshop for kids from the local communities.
Going through the trees, and I just saw this 40-foot table in the middle of the woods, and I heard the music of the 16-year-old Felix Mendelssohn blasting his overture to the Midsummer Night's Dream. The excitement is visceral. You can feel it. Everyone gets so excited, and we just know we're going to make something very beautiful.
I invited John Ayrne to reconstruct a show that he had at Fashion Moda in 1979. The show was called South Bronx Hall of Fame, and it was a show of sculptural busts and casts that he has been doing with the local community at the time.
From the beginning, I was much better off doing this work as a public performance than I was doing it privately, because it's total transparency.
One of the projects is not a visual art. I approached Rick Moody, who is a very well-known writer.
It's more than fun, it's a great honor to try to use what I do to brush up against what the visual artists do these days. Take the mapping theme, take Randall's Island, take GPS, try and jam them all into a piece somehow.
Randall's Island is really an extraordinary and unique location. We want the people and the community to come and get together to make art as well.